Hello, welcome to CBS News. I'm your anchor, Debbie.
And I'm your anchor, Pamela.
This morning we have the honor of speaking with President Roosevelt.
It's great to have you with us, Mr. President.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Now, during the Yalta Conference in which you met with the Allied powers, what took place?
I met with Stalin and Churchill to discuss the terms of a likely German surrender. We came to a mutual consensus that will split Germany into 4 occupation zones that the Allied powers will have control over.
What are your views on the war in Europe?
I believe in isolationism, but when the safety of the general human species is compromised, I feel that we, as the United States of America, have a duty to intervene.
So, is it safe to assume that the regime of Adolf Hitler is still considered to be a threat to the American people?
Once the Allied forces finish suppressing Germany, there should be no threat to anyone in the world. Incidents like Pearl Harbor have taught our government that regardless of the circumstances, America must be better prepared for attacks, and therefore we stand on defense regardless. There will always be threats facing safety of the United States, whether it be nuclear warfare, natural disasters, or a dwindling economy. Hitler should cease to be the face of our problems. If anything, the Axis powers still stand to be a threat to our nation.
What was the Allied strategy to beat the Nazis and Axis powers regarding Berlin?
We decided to attack from the west with the British forces, and the Soviet forces attacked from the east. And as of this morning, the United States Armed Forces has informed the Presidential Cabinet that Adolf Hitler has committed suicide. The attack was successful and the war in Europe is now over. We must now finish the war in the Pacific.
Thank you for your time, Mr. President.
Thank you, and God bless America.
Aren't we lucky to have an interview with the President of the United States? Now let's hear from Chad Berkeley, California at Cal University.
Thanks, Debbie. I'm here with Flower Blossom, a local factory worker and mother of 2. Flower Blossom has been working super hard to contribute to ending this war. Flower Blossom, what have you been doing here on the home front to help our troops?
Well, Chad, I've been collecting super many war bonds, and me and my husband, Teresa, we made a victory garden, kind of like these. And in the victory garden, we have the opportunity to create a natural surrounding in which we can create our own healthy and organic foods. So the foods that we don't produce can go to the troops, and we can take our extra foods and still send them away to the troops. But the foods that are still with us, we can eat. I've also spent time doing Meatless Mondays with my neighbors and I, but it's a secret that they don't know that I do meatless every days because I'm a vegetarian.
How do you feel about the victory in Europe and the potential return of your husband?
I'm so happy because happiness makes the world go round. And all of the rough edges in life, like the ones on this leaf, are not good for our world. So to have a smooth world like the round part of the leaf, to have a smooth world with happiness and peace would be great, and we can achieve that when the war is over. Also, peace on earth is all I can ask for, and when I have my husband back, I will have that peace. If all animals were safe...
Okay. Our last question is, how do you feel about the discovery of the Nazi death camps in Germany?
There were death camps? Oh, okay. Well, if there were, death camps are bad because death, well, it's a part of life, but like a flower, you want the flower to bloom as long as possible. So when the flower dies, it's sad. So the death camps, I'd have to say, are very bad, but there's really nothing I can do to help them. And I'm here in America right now, and we have natural trees and natural resources and flowers and plants and beautiful people. So I can't do anything here, but I hope they're okay. God bless America.
Thank you for your time, Flower Blossom.
And thank you, Grass Sprout.
And continue your war efforts because they truly do help. Live from Berkeley, California, this is Chad. Back to you, Debbie.
Thanks, Chad. That's all we have tonight, folks. Be sure to check in tomorrow night for news. Up next is a new episode of Glee.